Good morning, my dear students. All of you, welcome to our biology class. How are you? All are fine? Okay. Do you remember what we learned in the last session? Okay, we learned about harmful microorganisms which cause diseases in humans, plants, and animals. Okay. One day, Bujo was invited by his friend to a party. Do you like to attend party? We all are very interested to attend party because after the function, we will get a delicious food. Here Bujo also ate variety of foodstuffs. After reached home, started vomiting. Soon he had to be taken to a hospital. After diagnosis, doctor told that this condition is due to food poisoning. Did you hear the word food poisoning? Yes. Some of us had the feeling of vomiting after eating food. Then Paheli wondered how food can become a poison. The doctor told this is due to the consumption of food attacked by microorganisms. Some microorganisms which grow on food produces poisonous materials or toxic materials, and these materials cause various illness, sometimes even death also. So this is very important to preserve the food from the attack of microorganisms. The spoiled food emit bad smell and has a bad taste, and also sometimes its color also may change. So before eating, we should observe the food by smell, and by seeing we can understand whether the food is spoiled or not. Usually we will get a bad smell or foul smell even any food item spoiled by microbes. So we have to be very careful before eating any food items. Okay. So children, let us study about food preservation. In chapter 1 we learned after harvesting, farmers are storing the grains or the produces they are collected after harvesting. First they are cleaning the grains and drying the items, mainly grains and seeds, in the sunlight. And after that they are storing in silos, jute bags, granaries, metallic bins, etc. These are all they are doing in order to keep away the items from the attack of microorganisms, insects and other animals. Okay. So in our home also we are using various methods to preserve the food items. Some items we are heating thoroughly in order to save from the attack of microbes. Some items we are keeping inside refrigerator that or cold conditions to prevent the spoilage by microorganisms. There are various methods are there to preserve food. To preserve means to keep food without the attack of microorganisms. The first method is the chemical method. Salt and edible oil we are using to preserve food items, some fruits, vegetables, and also we are keeping the food items like jams and squashes. In jams and squashes we are using some preservatives like sodium benzoate, sodium metabisulfite, etc. When we are using these materials, we can control the growth of microorganisms. The second method is preservation by common salt. It's very familiar to us. Mainly we are preserving food items like meat and fish. When we are adding common salt over the meat and fish, the bacteria cannot grow on such foods in the presence of common salt. Okay, so mainly we are using common salt to preserve food items like meat, fish, and some fruits and vegetables also. By making pickles, mainly we are adding common salt. And also we are adding oil, etc. The next method is preservation by sugar. The food items like jams and jellies and also squashes are preserving by adding sugar. Large amount of sugar we are adding by making these jam, jellies and squashes. So which reduces the moisture content. The sugar reduces the moisture content and also in turn it inhibits the growth of microbes. The bacteria cannot grow in such environment like sugar. Okay, sugar and salty environment, they cannot grow and increase their number. So we can control their growth by using such materials. The next method is by using oil and vinegar. This also very familiar to us while we making pickle, fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, variety of pickles we are making and eating. We can keep these pickles many months without having any spoil. That is due to we are adding oil and vinegar. In this oil presence and the vinegar content, vinegar means that is acetic acid, it is an acidic medium. So in this acid environment and in the oil we are using means the microorganisms cannot grow as fast. So we can inhibit their growth by using oil and vinegar. This is another method of preservation in food. The next method is heat and cold. Some food items before storing or before use we are heating, mainly milk. Then sometimes you may have doubt, why does the milk inside the cover not become spoiled? What is the reason? Before packing that milk, they are pasteurizing. Do you know? What do you mean by pasteurizing or pasteurization? It is a method or process where the milk is boiling in the temperature 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds. Soon after boiling in this 70 degrees Celsius, it is chilling, cold treatment. Then we are storing means we can inhibit the growth of microorganisms. We can reduce the growth of microorganisms. Okay. method was first discovered by the scientist Louis Pasteur. In the last session, we studied about him. Fermentation. Do you remember? Fermentation, it is the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol. Then pasteurization, we can keep mainly milk and some other drinks without having any damage. The next method is storage and packing. The food items like fruits, dry fruits mainly, and vegetables are packing tightly. We can control the growth of microorganisms. When we go in margin-free market, we can see that they are keeping fruits and also some vegetables inside plastic covers, airtight plastic covers, or sometimes in some metallic containers, sealed covering. That sealed covering and this plastic covering may control the attack of microorganisms. This is the way we can preserve that items without having any spoilage. Okay, this is the another method, storage and packing proper. When we packing proper the materials, we can control the attack of microbes. Okay, now we discussed 6 methods of food preservation. One is chemical method, where we using mainly salt and edible oil. Some other common chemical preservatives are sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite we are using while making jams and squashes. The next method is preservation by common salt. Mainly we are preserving the food items like meat and fish by using common salt. Sometimes mango. First we are raw mango we are cutting and keeping in salt water. We can keep that food mango pieces without having any spoilage. Pineapple pieces, gooseberry, amla. Also we can see that people are keeping by using common salt. In shops also we can see they are keeping inside salt water. It's very tasty. Do you like? Amla, then mango, papaya and also pineapple. All such fruits are we are keeping by using common salt. Next is preservation by sugar. In this method mainly jam, jellies and squashes. We are preserving by using sugar. Sugar can reduce the moisture content. That way it inhibits the growth of microbes. Next method is by oil and vinegar. In this method, we are keeping food items like fruits and vegetables, carrot, papaya, beetroot, and also the fruits like mango, pineapple, and then strawberry, and gooseberry, etc. Or we are making pickles and by adding oil and vinegar. When we are making pickle, we are adding oil and vinegar. In this environment, the bacteria cannot increase their number. They cannot multiply. So they cannot attack the food items. Okay. Next method is heat and cold treatment. In this method, heat treatment, that is pasteurization. We are mainly milk is storing like that. First milk we are heating at the temperature of 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds. Soon after we are chilling the milk and storing. So this control the growth of microorganisms. Next one is storage and packing. When we are packing the fruits and vegetables in airtight containers or airtight packets, we can inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Children, today we discussed the various methods of food preservation. Preservation means keeping the food items without having spoilage. Okay, the material we use it to control the growth of microorganisms or keeping the food without having any spoilage is called preservatives, and the process method is called preservation. Okay. Now we discussed 6 methods. Did you get all these points? Then this is the time to wind up today's session. See you again in the next class. Thank you.